Hey, what's going on? We're back today to go through the Visalia Market Report. Last time we went through the market report, we used the entire Tulare MLS, so the numbers were very widespread and broad. Today we're going to get a little bit deeper and we're going to narrow it down to Visalia specifically. A lot of the trends are probably going to be the same, but we might also see some things that surprise you. Stay tuned. So as we look at the median sale price, we're at $340,000 in Visalia. So that's pretty high. It's higher than we saw with the Tulare County average. I think it was 320 countywide. Last month it was 346,500 though, so we actually saw a dip. Unlike the Tulare County numbers, which were even, we actually saw a decline this month in sale price from Visalia. Last year, in June of 2020, it was $284,500. So we've seen almost a 20% increase over the last year. It's crazy. I mean, it's a huge jump, definitely more than we've seen in my career, but I'm sure there's not more than a handful of years that we've seen something like this. The question as we look at this, obviously it's increased steadily. We've heard talk of a housing crash for the entire time, literally for an entire year. People have been talking about this upcoming crash. The values are going to drop. We're at the peak. And we have not seen that. You know, we've seen this come up, it's kind of stayed even. We've even seen a dip, right? So we've seen a dip here, we've seen a dip here, and now we're seeing a third dip. So the question now is, are we going to see this rebound and continue to rise next month, or is this going to be the beginning of the turn? You know what I mean? And there's some other stats we can look at to try to get a good idea or try to increase our probability of being right. But for the most part, we really don't know. And again, we've seen trends, overall it's an upward trend, and we've seen it take a couple dips and rebound strong. So we shall see. So as far as new listings, we're up from last month. We had 177 in May, we had 186 in June. So new listings are increasing. As you can see, it's kind of been all over the map, and it's pretty close to the same as it was a year ago. So you're hearing all this stuff about low inventory, sellers don't want to sell. There was this period of time where sellers were tightening up, but now it's back to normal. The problem is we have so many buyers, this massive buyer pool, and we're going to see that in some future stats, and that's really affecting things and driving the price up. So if we look at homes for sale, last month we had 115, the previous month it was 126, so overall homes available dropped again, and they've been dropping pretty steadily. In June 2020, a year ago, it was 204, so it's almost half what it was a year ago. So it's just been a massive decrease in available homes. And again, new listings are the same, available homes are dropping, so it's got to be this massive buyer pool that are just eating them up. So here's one that we didn't do in the Tulare County. In Tulare County, we looked at days on the market. It's the same in Visalia, or pretty much the same. So I want to look at median showings to pending. This is interesting too. So this is the number of showings that the average listing receives before it goes pending. And again, I don't know how they know that exactly. They have to be going off of showing time data. I don't know how they could track just emails and things like that. Maybe they can. Maybe through the MLS lockboxes, possibly. I don't know. But anyway, in June of 2021, we had an average of 14.5 showings before a house went pending. The previous month it was 9.5, and a year ago it was 4. So this is a massive increase in the number of showings on a home. Again, low inventory, tons of buyers, lots of competition. We're seeing it all play out here, and that's increased over the last month. So as you saw that sale price decrease, you've also seen this competitiveness in showings increase. And I don't know, we're going to see how that plays out. This might add to your argument if you think it's going to rebound and continue to rise. The median percent of last list price, we looked at this with Tulare County as well, but we're going to look at it now. 101.4% last month and 102.5% in May, the previous month. So again, actually decreased. It seemed to spike in May, same with Tulare County, and it dropped back a little bit, but it's still over the average of 100%. I mean, it's been 100% the entire time from January 2020 all the way through until May, until it spiked in May. So we saw this spike, and then we saw home prices drop a little bit, and now we're seeing the pullback here of the median percent of last list price. So again, not down to 100%, still very competitive with all those showings, all these buyers in the market. But what we are seeing is pullbacks in certain areas. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think we're going to see a pullback? Do you think it's time? Do you think this is the peak of the market? Or do you think this is just a slight dip and that we're going to see returns to higher values? All right, thank you for watching. Until next time, my name is David Haun, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.